Good morning, everyone. It's really nice to see so many people today, this Monday morning. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce my two lovely colleagues and business partners for my today's webinar. So we've got Gediminas and Irena here with us today. So good morning, everyone. Yeah, we just had a little team chat this morning, and we're just still so excited about our latest motivational training we had in FM Poland Picnic, and we all still motivated to build this business to a next level. And I think last time when I did a webinar about the picnic, we missed out on some ideas of what Irena and Gediminas had and the feelings and the emotions. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that before we start our webinar today. So Irena, how was it? I heard you were, well, actually I saw you on the stage there. So how was it?
Oh, it was unbelievable. It was beautiful. I got reward this one. And I got reward this one. You know what does it mean? Now I'm going to travel business class and stay in 5-star hotels, including hairdressers. So actually, I will have opportunity to teach people to know our products more, because usually when I doing my hair and etc., so I'm using myself like shampoos or conditioners. So actually, it's really, it was really good. It was nice to meet all people around the globe whom I already know, and a lot people to meet new. And I think people who were together, I think they agree that it was you cannot compare, because it's everything time. Each time is better and better. And it's new emotions and new ideas coming to our heads to how to do the business better. And today I think it would be a good subject to talk, because okay, we said before we are planning to go to picnic. Now we came back, and now just 1 week left to finish our plans, what we need to do our points, to work with our teams. So I think let's talk today. Maybe Diana would be a good idea to talk about this.
Yes, and,
I think share some ideas.
I think that's wonderful. I mean, to talk, because yes, we only have a little bit. Well, no, we've got exactly a week left until the end of the month, and I think it's important for all the leaders and even new distributors as well who are listening in today. But I just thought of this idea that maybe because I think in general everything has to start from yourself. And the key to the business, to successful business, is actually using the products and liking them. So I thought maybe we can show as an example to our listeners, and maybe just share of the FM products we already used this morning. Well, this kind of nearly afternoon. It's 12 o'clock at where I am. Because I thought if we would show this. Sorry.
It's still morning in network marketing time. We don't get 6 o'clock in network marketing.
Well, yeah, unless you have to do a webinar and you want to listen into a webinar. So yes, I just thought that would be quite nice just to show people that we leaders, we don't not only talk, but we actually do use FM products as well. So Gediminas, Irena, what did you use FM products? Which products did you use this morning?
What time you get up, Gediminas?
What time I got up? I got up about 7, I think.
Okay, you got up earlier as me, because I got up 7:30.
Yeah, well, I'm not tired, you know.
So what you was using? What kind of products you use?
Literally as many products as possible, to be honest. I mean, for me personally, I remember from the very beginning when we first started in network marketing, the concept was that if you had your own grocery store, would you actually shut the store in the evening and go shop for food in Sainsbury's, Tesco's, or Asda? It wouldn't really make sense, wouldn't it? So you would buy from your own shop. Exactly the same way with FM. To be really honest with you, whatever product FM has, we use that. If FM doesn't have that product in our product range, then we will look where to get that product from elsewhere. So, you know, I mean, for me personally, it's the the shampoo. I don't have many here left, but I still use that. You know, the shower gel, the deodorant, the soap.
What products you use today?
Yeah, today I'm talking today.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm a very, very, clean person, so. And then shaving foam, aftershave balm, perfume. What else did I use today from FM? I think so. That's about 7 or 8 products so far. Not too bad, right? So it's really whatever we have. We use everything from FM because it's like buying from your own shop, So why wouldn't you use that? And also, it's experience. How can you share with somebody else or recommend to somebody else something that you don't use? I always laugh. I say, if you were selling Mercedes and you were driving a Ford Fiesta, then something was not right there, wouldn't it? It would make people wonder why. So that's why. Same way with FM, for me, because I believe in this company, because I believe in these products and I think they are better quality, everything I use from FM. Arena? Oh, coffee. Sorry.
That's what I wanted to ask what are you drinking?
Now?
Now I'm drinking tea already because I had 2 coffees today.
I think you're drinking now a red tea. Can you see color?
Ooh, it's the ephemeral tea, yes?
Okay, about me. Of course, as I told you, I got up 7:30. So before I had shower, I put like scrub and later wash my hair. So it's body lotion and hair balm, and after that I need to put some makeup. So means I use the Golden Regenesis. And later I need to put some hair. And by the way,
Irena, it's not a natural beauty. You actually wear makeup.
We need to be products of our products. So means we need to use our products. The more we're using, the more points we're getting.
Okay.
So it really helps. Sometimes I on purpose wearing perfume or makeup, putting on in front of people, because it's the easiest way to advertise it. And of course, we're drinking coffee. And by the way, I still not use one product. I just remembered when Gediminas was talking, so I will use it as product as well. See what I'm using?
Okay, so you're gonna see a clear vision of all of the questions.
Better now.
So I think yes, it is slightly better. Good, very good.
So at home we are using all products what we got in FM, but we haven't got any cats or dogs. But I still got those shampoos just in case. If someone coming, we got everything, and if they telling we got like dog or cat, so I maybe suggest them.
Yeah, and it's good if you run out of shampoo as well.
I think it's like any wandering cats which are around in the area where Irena lives. We get washed in FM shampoo. If they randomly end up in Irena's garden. That's wonderful. I mean, I myself also use lots of FM products this morning, and it just. I don't think you actually realize how many of them you can use in the morning, but shower gel. I even after breakfast washed some dishes, and I used the washing up liquid, and perfume, of course, a little bit of makeup. So I think it's so nice to have your own shop at home as well and use your own products. It feels you're helping your business every time you wash your hands with soap.
So if everyone who watching this webinar, if you could check what product we could use and we're still not using, or maybe we're already closely to run out, so you will see how many points you can make this month. So and everything is it's points makes money. Money makes higher levels and a better opportunity, and you're more excited. So it just everything is as always say, telling like simplicity, excitement, and speed. So just run quickly after this webinar, check some products which maybe run out, order or go through catalogs and order more. And again, don't forget to look into your tree to check where you are now, how many points you need to reach higher level, and start from people who already not doing nothing but people who did something, and check how much we need to reach higher levels from lowest one. If someone did 100 points, tell them that if we do another 200, we're going to reach 3%, and so on. And you will see how many points will be added, and later you can do next day again. And if you still have time, you can call people who not made any points at all. So, for me, it's not only week, we have full 8 days.
Mm.
Exactly, that's really, really good tips. And
nights, if you wish to.
Well, that's I think how the proper leader works, day and night. Also, while we're doing this webinar, I just wanted to say if this webinar is for all of you, for all the leaders who are listening in. So we want to answer the questions which are important for you. So while we're going to talk here, if you have any questions, use the chat area on your right-hand side and just write any questions you might have. It can be related to products, can be related to business, anything you'd like to ask. Please do write them in the chat area, and we will answer after we finish our presentation, well, our talk today. So yeah, wonderful tips, Irena. I really, really like that. I think it's
also, I think to add to that, it's really it's the role of the sponsor. I think if you have team members, it's not really a thing that you might consider doing. It's actually it's your task at the end of every month is to actually look through the tree and see if some people are close to the next level up, etc. Because as it happens, new people sometimes they're not aware that if only they got another 40 points, they would be already at the new qualification of 9% or 12% or whatever it is. And I've had that in the past where I would call somebody and say, look, if you get a bottle of perfume today, you'll make your 12%, or 15%, you'll make so much more money, in addition to what you made so far. And they go, wow, I didn't know that. And obviously, so that's one of the things. And that really brings up something in my mind is that, the secret of success and the secret of failure. I really, really like that. It comes from Jim Rohn philosophy, and really the whole idea of somebody succeeding or failing is not something, a massive event. Usually, they say a recipe for failure is small errors in judgment repeated every day. What basically means is as part of this business is really a lot of the time it involves just small disciplines being repeated every day, and if you do that, you will succeed in the business. It doesn't really require you most of the time to go overboard and do something really massive in one day. It usually requires to do something regular, so like the use of the products, like keeping an eye on the tree, like keeping in touch with people within your structure and encouraging them and helping them. So these are very, very small tasks that really sometimes it will take you just 5 minutes a day to do that, but at the end result becomes really big. But exactly the same way, if you want to fail in this business, all you need to do is just skip those little things that you need to do the 5 minutes a day, like using your own products, looking at your structure, communicating with your team members. And it looks like it doesn't make so much difference. If you spoke to somebody today or you haven't spoken to somebody today, it hasn't made a massive difference to your business. But if you don't do that all the time, you accumulative, that effect will be massive. And that's why they say, that many people do those errors in judgment, not because they want to or because they want to fail in something, but it's just because they don't see the effects of that so quick, right? If you went to McDonald's and you got a heart attack right away, very few people would actually go to McDonald's, wouldn't it? But unfortunately, it doesn't happen, right? You would help if it did, but it doesn't happen. So that's why people keep going there, and bit by bit, they're eating themselves to grave. Or, with smoking, they say you can't be two things, intelligent and a smoker, right? So,
and we now got coffee with antioxidants.
Exactly. So if you, again, something that people go, oh, but, I don't know if it's going to even happen, so I might have another cigarette. But over time, it causes such a massive damage that is not reversible. It's just, it's a game over. So exactly the same way in this business. If you doing those little disciplines every day, it might not seem so important right away because you might not see, massive money straight away. But if you keep doing that, after time, it starts reaping the results, start reaping the fruits of that. But if you do small errors, again, it might not seem a very big difference. You went to meeting, somebody else didn't go to meeting, not that much difference today. But after a year, after 2 years, after 3 years, It's going to be a massive difference to the business, wouldn't it?
And we don't need to tell like that it's you just need to look our tree just the last days of a month. Still like a lot of days we got. But each day, if we're doing this constantly, so I would say I not give up to last second. I do it all the time. I all the time keeping on like hand on, pulse on my structure, what is going on. And if we now, or some of you on holiday, so it's again, use this time. Maybe you got time more to pay attention to your business. Where you want to go with this business, on this, what level you want to achieve. If you plan to go on holiday, maybe take some extra products with you, maybe examples or brochures, prepare and show people. Because usually people during a holiday and after holiday, maybe they making some changes. Maybe they're going to be good your like clients or future business partners. Again, keep always in touch with your leaders, because most easiest to slip out of business also during holiday.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, many of the, especially the European destinations that people go on holiday, they actually have FM offices in those countries. So there's nothing that can stop you to recruit people exactly the same way how you do that in UK is when you go down there, you know, because again, if you're there, you know, relaxed, etc., got all the time in the world, and people around you, probably they've got all the time in the world as well to talk. So it's very, very easy to do that, and just to really change details with people, etc., you know, and say, you know, when we get back to UK, why don't we, you know, meet up? Why don't we talk about it more, etc. So it's very, very straightforward, and it's not like, you know, you're working, you're just really talking to people, which you're going to do anyway on holidays.
Yeah, that's really, really good tips. And if you want to hear more tips about how to work it on holidays and in summer months, you can watch in one of our previous webinars I did 3 weeks ago. Yes, just before the Poland picnic. Also, the other thing I wanted to say, which I yesterday when we were talking what kind of webinar we should do today, is about integrating FM in your everyday life and just trying and, you know, as Gediminas said, just talking with everyone. And yesterday I myself attended this party, which wasn't FM related. It was one of the stylist clothing party. And because this particular stylist, she's always really good at finding new customers, I thought I'll do something nice for her, and I actually made a cake, and I said maybe I can bring some FM coffee to try with a cake. And it was just sort of for her, it was like, yes, please, it's going to be really, really nice. So she actually thought, you know, I'm doing, well, it was kind of doing her a favor, but at the same time, it was really good advertisement for me as well. So I think, you know, don't think that everything has to be very much FM related and you have to be only FM. Use your hobbies as well as an advantage. You can always mention FM there, you know, whatever you have, just use these opportunities.
Absolutely. So you just brought something into my mind, Diana, about really the harder you try, sometimes the harder it is to do it. If you know what I mean. Sometimes, you know, the harder we push something, it just tends to be an opposite effect. So sometimes really, you know, people sit at home and they go, you know, I don't know where to find these new people. You know, I've spoken to everybody I know, and that's it. You know, I can't build my business any further because I don't know where to find the people. But the way the attitude is, I need to look for people to get them, you know, to get them into my business, etc. But sometimes you just need to just really go out, you know. So think, where can I go to a party? Can I go? And really, you're not going there in order to promote the FM, but it's just going to come out anyway. But it's really about giving, you know, what can I give to other people? You know, can I go and help somebody out in their party? Can I go and help somebody out at their event, or, you know, something? And people will see you, you will start mingling, meeting new people, etc. And without even wanting it, you'll find new contacts, you'll make new friends, which as a consequence of which, obviously they can join your business, etc. So sometimes it's about being that person that gives, you know, and don't keep count, you know, that, oh, if I gave you a cake, now I'm expecting to get something back, or if I did you a favor, now I want to get something back. Just keep giving, and, you know, universe has a way of, you know, giving back to you anyway, you know. So if you're really just out there to help people, and that's something sometimes I think we forget, because obviously business is quite commercial and we're all in here to make money, etc., which is absolutely fine, because, you know, most of us are here in order to make our lives better, etc. But really the whole idea is to think, how can I help this person? It's not to try and push your dream onto that person or your goals onto that person, because just because you want to be a diamond or a star, that particular person, that might not be on their, bucket list. For them, maybe traveling or a new car or a house or whatever it is, their goal. So sometimes we forget to ask and to communicate with people, truly trying to show that, look, I want to help you. How can I help you?
And does it mean that you need to take all products and give away, like going on the street and give you one bottle or something, cleaning stuff for someone like it? But it's just we need to learn to be a little bit more creative and care about people. And when we care, if we see we care about them, they will think, how can they help us? And say, maybe you can give me some people who need extra money. Maybe you know someone who active and want more activities. So it's just everyday life.
I think there's a saying that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So it's really about trying and just being out there for others, and really, like was mentioned, just really getting out of home. The worst thing, because one of the things, especially for those of you who are seasoned, veterans of network marketing, and maybe already full-time in network marketing, one of the things that people find is that when they had a job, they were meeting new people every day, because they go to work, they go on a bus, they go on a train, they meet people, etc. But when they go full-time, they are sort of at home. They're isolated from the world, and they think, where can I get new people now? So really, one of the worst.
Facebook.
But one of the worst things is you can do is just to really lock yourself out of the world. The thing you should try and do is get out there. Clubs, social things, networking groups, events. Just Google. The chances are in your town, in your city, in your area, there's even free courses happening and social clubs happening, so where you don't even need to pay anything to go there and just really start a hobby or whatever, but start mingling with people, and you can't even imagine what that can bring. Because really, to succeed in this type of business, you don't need thousands of people. I mean, you will eventually, but personally, you probably need to find a couple of people who are serious as you are about building this business, and then helping those people to do exactly the same thing, right? So sometimes, even getting one person, in a month can change everything. But most people, they go, yeah, I'm full-time in network marketing, I do network marketing all the time. And you go, so how many people have you showed this business to in the last week? I go, well, nobody last week, but I'm planning to, and how many last month? Oh, well, not that many, but I'm planning to. I'm going to all the meetings, I'm going to all the trainings, I'm listening to all the webinars, etc. But that's really not what this business is all about. This business is about talking to people, right? So
Exactly.
because it comes from Tom Hopkins, who Diana incidentally is about to see very soon, and he goes, a lot of people in business, they pretend to work. So they go, I just got up and got dressed. That's just like working, right? I got in a car and drove somewhere, and that's just like working, right? I sat behind the desk, and that's just like working. But the idea is that that's not working. The only time you actually work in network marketing is when you're in front of the customer or in front of the business prospect, and you're telling them about the business opportunity or about the product. So if you haven't spoken to anybody about the business or the product, then you haven't worked for last day or week or month or whatever it is. So the most important thing is to talk to people, right? And that's really something that we have to build. And it's not natural, because sometimes people think, oh, some people are just naturally really chatty and they whatever. It isn't. Trust me. 9 times out of 10, it's like a muscle that you work on and you build on and you develop it as you go along. And it's just something that you have to sort of practice and practice until it gets easy. When you first start, it's uncomfortable and it's not very easy. But then if you do it all the time, you become really, really good at it.
So Gediminas, what you could give tips for finish month? My tip would be don't finish month before it's not finished.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Before it's not over. I working up to every second till month finish. But most of them, maybe people, distributors, or just like sometimes looking once a month into open tree and say, oh, so this month I not reach a higher level or something, or stay, or I don't do nothing. So we still have over a week, 1 week and 1 day.
Absolutely.
Because the month will finish on Monday.
One of the things I've learned from Irina really is like Irina just said, many people, they just sort of go with the flow. So they go, oh, probably it's not going to happen this month. You know, I'm probably not going to reach any higher level this month, etc. We'll see what happens next month. And they are very, very passive in their business. One thing I've learned from Irina is that every month starts for her, she looks and goes, okay, so this month I'm doing this. And then she goes, okay, so how can we do that? Now we've got the goal of making this level, now how we do it. So there's no question of whether we're going to achieve it. It's the fact that we've already done it. We now just need to do it. We need to find a way how to do it. And I think on maybe not at such a grander scale, but even if you are at 3% or 6% or 9%, what you need to do is just set yourself a goal. Sit down now, have a look on your tree. Okay, this is how many points I have. The next level up is here. Okay, let's do it. You know, make yourself a goal. I want to become, you know, I am 9% by, you know, the 31st of June, or how many days we have in this month, right? 30 days, yeah. And then just commit to working, doing whatever it takes within the next 10 days to try and get there, right? And you know what they say, if you aim for the stars, at least you're going to land on the moon, right? So even if you don't achieve that level...
if I'm going to do star, it means I'm going to do star.
Yeah, but the idea is that if you work towards it, even if you haven't achieved that, it will be a lot more than just saying, I'm not going to do it this month and let's just give up and wait for next month. Maybe next month will happen. Even if you get an extra 1,000 points within your organization, or extra 2,000 points within your organization, money-wise, it will mean that you've earned more. You know, your team would have earned more, etc. Just because you pushed a little bit harder for those 10 days instead of just settling, oh, okay, it's not going to happen this month, you know, or whatever. So always set yourself a goal and try and work towards it. Don't just take a passive role and say, oh, if it's up, you know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen without me. It's not going to happen without you. Trust me.
Okay, because we touched this topic about the goal and taking action and doing this, I just will use this opportunity to invite everyone to tomorrow's webinar. It's going to be evening webinar from 8 o'clock UK time, and it's going to be organized by FM UK corporate trainer Martin. And I would really, really recommend to go to the training because Martin's trainings are brilliant, and he actually is going to talk about the goal planning and action planning. So if anyone has struggling with setting the goals and doing the action plan, please do go to this webinar. Every single person who has registered for this webinar gonna receive an email with a link of where you can register for tomorrow's webinar as well. So I hope there will be lots of people joining and learning, and you will have another 6 days after that webinar to set up your big goals and do it.
Absolutely. You don't want to miss that.
And not goals just for like 5 years in front, but first of all, this may be day goals, week goals, everything. It's closest goal, because it's easy. Oh, I do in 5 years that. I'm going to plan towards that, your dream, to do it today. That's most important. Let's start from today.
Absolutely. So guys, have a terrific Monday and the rest of the week. We'll see you all on the next webinar.
Next Monday, we'll check. Next Monday will be the last day of a month, and we'll see. Maybe you'll share your ideas how you establish your small dreams or big dreams, and if you share, it would be nice.
Fantastic.
So thank you guys for listening.
Yes, and thank you, Rena. Thank you, Gediminas, for joining to this webinar, and have a wonderful month, and we'll speak with you on Monday then. Bye.
Bye,
Bye
see you later, guys. Bye.